So hello everyone, Myrmonden here, welcome to my review of Darling from episode 18, the wedding episode, a very very good episode, also a very very tragic episode, and as you hear I'm losing my voice a little bit, so this is a trigger, and watching episode 18 did not help as I was screaming as a little girl looking at that wedding, and it's kind of fitting that it's perfectly on the same time frame as the Meghan and Harry wedding, of course, of the British family, of course, but yeah, it's I'm happy, generally, they didn't kill them off. I was very afraid that they were basically going to kill Kokoro or Mitsuru, especially Kokoro, because I think we all are kind of like, is she pregnant or not? Are they going to have children? This could be the first kid being born since whatever time frame, right? So them shooting her down there, like shooting her in the stomach pretty much, kind of, aborting the baby, was something that I definitely thought was going to happen. Or I wasn't like, it's happening for sure, but I saw it as a high possibility that it was going to happen. So I was very afraid watching it. I really felt like shit. I don't want this. I don't want. Yeah. And then, so in that sense, I'm actually kind of happy. Weird enough, I think a lot of people can be like, "Oh, that's tragic. They lost their love, don't remember each other, and so on." But for some reason, for me, I really feel that they kind of got the best case scenario that happened to them. They attacked them and they just mind wiped them. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's horrible. Obviously it's horrible. But I expected them to kill one of them, both of them, like take it to some lab, experiment on her, right? I expected it to be, I had like 10 other ideas that I felt could happen, would be reasonable to happen, wouldn't be out of this anime to do, right? And I would be like, that could happen, and that's going to be really horrible. So I kind of feel that they did kind of the nicest thing to them, so to speak. This is kind of like just mind wiping them. Not doing anything else to her, not experimenting in her body, what we know of at least. Not just shooting them down, as I expected to be pretty much. Yeah, just gunning her down. Especially if you saw the tanks and the military running with the guys. I was like, man, they're just gonna shoot, they're gonna snipe her down, right? But they just captured them. So, for some reason, I feel kind of happy about it. Mainly because I was imagining the worst thing all the time, right? But I do think, though, as I mentioned last week, and I think generally, this is gonna be the trigger, right? The student trigger for rebellion. I think that's pretty clear, yeah. Like, okay, so all the kids are like, oh, they mind wipe them, and Studio 2 is like, it's what they did to us, Euro. They remove the love and so on. Like, that is gonna be the biggest trigger, right? For everyone else to be, okay, let's fight the Papa, let's join the Clash Ross, and let's go and kill the Papacy. I think that's gonna be, this is the big key. So I think, how I say it, this is what I predicted last week. I think most people were saying this, right? They're gonna take her baby away, they're gonna kidnap her, something like that, right? That's gonna be the reason why the rebellion starts, right? The ignition. I think that is definitely okay. A little less harsh than what happened to them. They didn't die and so on, but this is still probably the trigger, right? And I think very important thing is that they get to this bird nest. So this bird nest is a new city where basically all the kids are, right, all the pilots are. And I think the way is that, well, so you have all these children here, and this goes back to my theory with the Matrix and Papa thing, that he was having emotion, right? So they're like, okay, we get all the children in one place, we trigger a few of them to be really, really, really angry at us, and what's going to happen, right? I think definitely that 02, Hero and so on, especially those two guys, but also kind of general, but especially those two, they're gonna get them all ready up together, right? And they might get all the other children to join them, right, eventually. Because they all have probably similar experience with like, oh, Papa killed my best friend, Papa made a suicide and so on, right? Papa removed my lover. So I think they're probably gonna get everyone there together now. That's horrible to play with Papa, right, to do the thing. So that's my theory, definitely. He's gonna get wrapped all together. There's gonna be a huge rebellion, probably eventually. Maybe not the next episode, but probably quite recently. No one they can talk to all the other children. And coming to that, then, as I predicted last week, which was correct, of course. No, but seriously, that's pretty easy. Is that Nana, of course, is a former pilot. And it has been talked about a few times, right? It's been hinted very heavily. And here we see clearly that she's a pilot, her lover died, and then she got obsessed, right? And they removed her emotion and so on, they made her into a robot. So yeah, that is confirmed now. We see, of course, Hachi, her partner guy. He's lived longer here as a kid as well, and so on. So they always ask, it's a little weird because the shield has been like, oh, you never grew up. But you clearly do, you do grow up. If you survive the whole thing, they just mind wipe you, remove your emotions, and you remember being a pilot pretty much, right? So you do actually grow up. There are adult children. I mean, there are children becoming adults, right? But when they become adults, they get that mind wipe thing that you saw with Kokoro and Mitsuru. So it's kind of like, you can survive being a pilot actually, but you don't remember your life as a pilot, which is a bit another thing. And of course, the whole Kokoro wanted to get the babies and so on that triggered her memory, right? So pretty easy prediction, but yes, that's how it was. But more, okay, the Euro scene, of course, the Euro scene. So the wedding was great and also horrible. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's mention the good stuff about the first Euro scene. So I like the rings, how Misha was doing them, that was really nice. I like how Soroma in the beginning was like, I don't care so much or whatever. Then it's like, what should you do now? It should be more grander. So I love that he's like, he's a Sundari character. I mean, he's very male Sundari, right? So yes, of course he kind of starts out being kind of like, nah, whatever, I just want to play soccer. And then the next thing is kind of like, maybe a little more. Then it's like, oh shit, I have to help them. It has to be a mace ball. So I like that, how it's gradually increasing in how concerned he is about the wedding. That is very much his character. And Meek, of course, he's kind of fighting and he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Yeah, that was great. I love that. It was great how Zero 2 is kind of the designer, right? She's good at drawing. She's kind of the aesthetic helper here, getting dressed and so on. That's great as well. So it was a nice, overall nice wedding. In fact, all the cats could get better. Fudoshi, of course, being the, kind of the priest, being the metronome. Yeah, that felt a little weird. I don't know. In a way, Hero would have been a much better fit, because Hero was the one, getting them to get wed, right? He was the one kind of starting it, so I don't know. In one way, though, before he mentioned Fudoshi, I was kind of imagining him being the father figure, having the hand of his daughter and leaving Kokoro away. I could see it happening too. So in one way, I guess this was less weird, I suppose, or whatever. Was it more? Was it something more? That was kind of cute, the whole picture, and we see kind of the Ikano we're looking if it's with Ichigo and so on. So anyway, the Euro. So the episode cleared 2 different parts, right? Okay, that's one last part too with like 02 and in here it's being really cute. Yeah, there's like he's dancing around and it's like cute. I love you, darling. And he's doing this very beautiful spinnings, and it just looks really, really cute, right? It looks really, really cute, and yeah, that's what it was. But anyway, Euro scene. So yeah, it's not easy being gay, right? Not easy being gay. You're fabulous, but no, but that's. I don't want to say that Darling in France is the hardest place ever to be gay in a fictional world, because they haven't like killed her off yet. So it could be worse. But generally, though, of course, it's a horrible place to be homosexual or gay, right? Because it's like, well, I am in love with someone, with another woman here, and you have to fly these mechas. The mechas are driven by your like sexual lust or something, and the other partner has to want to have sex with you too, right? So you need to find at least another lesbian girl. So there has to be 2 lesbians in the same mecha, and then the mecha might fly, I suppose, because Ikanoko tried. I mean, know that, yeah. So we already confirmed that she loves Ichigo. She was like, I was being serious, yeah, earlier, right? She wanted to do Ichigo. She wanted to mount her and so on in the mecha, and it didn't work because Ichigo isn't gay, so she didn't feel anything about it. But Ikano was trying to get her aroused, right, pretty much, and it failed for her. And of course, in this episode, she admits to Ichigo, I love you. So it's actually a big scene. It's a big scene, and the episode has a lot of content in that because it's a big, love confession scene, and there is this a massive wedding scene, right? So obviously the Euro scene is unfortunately overshadowed by the wedding. Because the Euro scene is interesting in many aspects. Not only is the character the real professor loved, like Gore didn't even do this. Like Gore bro was kind of like, I like you, Ichigo, not this hero. Yeah, Economy, she's in your face, like, I love you. Like, she's even more aggressive with it, so it's even more grand in a way. And the problem, of course, are huge, right? Because not only is not the girl she loves isn't gay, that's a big concern for her, but also, of course, generally, it's kind of like, well, in a world where everyone has to kind of do it in mechas and have to be together, and they have to have sexual lust and so on, it's just kind of hard to be gay because your life is that you have to team up with another gender, and you have to have some kind of like weird, I don't know, dry humping thing inside the mecha, and that makes it work. I mean, it's weird, right? I mean, it's starting in France, yeah. So that is gonna be very, very hard being gay there, as you have to pretty much marry a man. I mean, you like married by the Papa family, yeah. You have to like, you know, the state marriage, the Papa does, yeah. So it's quite heartbreaking, right? Of course, it's very hard for Ikano to be a gay character in this world, and so there was like very good scene there. She's crying, she's like, this world is horrible, you know. It felt like, you know, I don't want to be gay, right? She's like, I want to love guys, but I can't do it. And if you so want to fear that the guys get to ride you and I can't mount you, I want to ride them mount you, I want to get inside of you. It's like a weird sexual. I mean, it is adorning in France, right? So obviously the dialogue and kind of the metaphors to use also is kind of, you know, yeah, it's up there, right? It's kind of like, I also want to do you in the mecha, that kind of way. But it makes a lot of sense, though, right? Of course, she will be insanely jealous. She's in love with a woman, and only the guys get to fly with the woman, right? In this world, it's very much enforced. It's very much enforced that you have to be straight here, because otherwise you can't fly the mecha. So it's kind of like, yeah. I have to say this though, not so much, but in the Papa's defense though, or the France defense as opposed though, they seem to have really built mechas, right? They have to have two genders, like the different genders. So, you know, in their defense, they kind of have to enforce that being gay isn't really okay, because how you fly the mecha, and you have to like the other genders you can fly the mecha. Like, you have to get the ass up there, and yeah, so you have to do the ass thing, and so they're probably like, yeah, being gay isn't really okay here, because then you can't work, and if you can't work, we kill you, so, you know. You have to wonder though how she flies with torture. I guess she's kind of dreams about Ichigo or something. Yeah, I mean, seriously, how does she get it up though when she has to fly with the men though? I suppose she's just getting, you know, horny enough by just thinking about the girl she loves. I guess so, yeah. Somewhat. I think so. It feels like if you're just horny enough, both of them, and the problem, because like Ichigo is like he's trying to seduce Hiro, right? He's like, it doesn't work for him. It's like, I only want 02. And he's getting super disappointed. So yeah, I guess Hiro just didn't feel enough love for any woman until he met 02, right? I think so. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Like, he couldn't do Naomi because he needed his girl, right? He needed the memory of his demon girl that he had back down in the memory, right? He needed that, a real girl, the best girl. So that's why he couldn't get it up for any other woman. But I guess the Kano can, like, you know, fantasize about the Ichigo, I suppose, so that kind of gets her motor running. Seriously, I think that's how it works. It's never really explained, but I think that's how it works. They have to fantasize about Ichigo, and that's how it can fly. Man, I love this anime, but it feels really weird sitting here talking about an anime, and I'm like, yeah, I guess this character is sexually fantasizing about this character, and that's how you can fight. Like, it's really weird. But it's also why I love the anime. It gives you really weird stuff to talk about. Just the metaphors of it. And I'm trying to explain it to my coworkers, alright, or friends, or my parents, something like that. It's really hard to explain it because it's starting in France. But that's why I love Studio Trigger, because it's freaking out there. Anyway, I think it was a great episode. Sorry, my voice is just really bad. I don't know, I'm getting a cold or something. Had it for a few days, and my voice just kind of died on me yesterday a little bit, and then I was screaming my lungs out watching the actual episode. I feel my voice is just really bad. Sorry for that if it's hard to understand than I usually am. Because I do sound here in my head at least. I sound super screechy in a weird way. And excitement. What more happened? Yeah, the dancing thing in the force again though. Alpha 9. Oh yeah, one thing I mentioned yet. Alpha 9 or the 9s fighting 02. And I was watching, I was like, man, Hiro, help her, man, help her. And he's like, I already lost 02. And I was like, okay, of course she's useless. I kind of like that. In the ending, we see her beating, you know, she can beat like one of them, she can beat all of them, and then all the kids can't do anything because they're all useless. They're all like really beat down with random soldiers. They really defeated them in one attack pretty much. It's like, yeah. Yeah, 02 is best girl, and she's pretty much just everything. She's a carry, she does everything. I have to wonder though how story goes. Oh my god! This episode has so much stuff in it. They also had a 02 nightmare thing, the 02 penance thing, which is remembering everyone she's killed, right? and she's getting dragged down to hell pretty much by the men she has consumed, right? She's murdered a lot of people, right? That was a nasty scene. I guess it got triggered by her hurrying here, sister or mother, whatever. It's gonna be, right, Spider Queen. I think she's gonna be, or princess is gonna be probably her relative, right? And might be her clone, I suppose, something like that. Her screaming probably kind of like triggered her memories there. Oh yeah, and also in the end, Papa confirms they don't even have human bodies. You say our empty shells. So my Matrix theory kind of feels pretty good right now because kind of like, yeah, you know, the Papa, they are like, yeah, you remember that thing? They have no bodies. It's like androids, AIs, yeah. So kind of, you know, cloud thing, definitely. So yeah, check that video out. I'll check the video in the description below here for my theory video, which I feel is really good at least. So anyway, I hope that's the review. It was fun talking about it. Clearly the best wedding today, right? The royal wedding. This was the best wedding today. I'll see you guys next week and have a great day.